class, I'm doing my Quiz 7 review, and I'm going to go over the question that says, in 2003, the Tennessee Court of Appeals considered for the first time whether automobile racing should be legally deemed an abnormally dangerous activity. It decided that auto racing was not abnormally dangerous and therefore did not require strict liability. What's the citation for this case? Please include the pin site. So when Ms. Johnson gives us questions like this, where she gives a very, very brief description, the date that it was decided in, and the court jurisdiction, in this case, Court of Appeals, what we need to do, we need to find, most important, most relevant words or phrases that jump out at us that will help us search. So 2003, Tennessee Court of Appeals would certainly help us, because that's what we're looking for. Nothing in the Tennessee Supreme Court, nothing decided in any other date besides 2003. But it's talking about automobile racing that is not strictly liable. So those two phrases, automobile racing or auto racing, and strictly liable or strict liability would be good to put in our search bar. Abnormally dangerous or abnormally dangerous activity might also be good to include. Let's just go with that. Any combination thereof. So here we have Westlaw. My jurisdiction is already set to Tennessee. I had to do this really fast because I only have 5 minutes. I'm sorry. I'm going to start out typing auto racing, and in the parentheses, strict, liable, root expander. The exclamation mark means root expander, so the computer is going to pull up everything that says strictly liable or strict liability, also having to deal with auto racing. We're looking for case law only, so let's just filter that. We could also sort by date, since we're looking for 2003. Here it's starting with 2018, making its way backwards. I'm not going to go through all of this. What you could do is go to advanced search, type in 2003, and it's only going to pull up cases that were decided in 2003. I'm not going to do that either. I'm going to do something different. Let's do auto racing within the same paragraph as the phrase abnormally dangerous, and see if that does anything to help us out. Okay, so now it's saying we didn't find any cases that pertain to this or had that exact wording, but we do have some key sites that might be helpful for you to get to what you are looking for. There's key site 272, dangerous situations and strict liability, abnormally or inherently dangerous activities and instrumentalities. Let's click on that and see what it takes us. And so the first one, Conklin v. Holland, Court of Appeals decided in 2003. Alright, so far so good. The document preview gives us a very brief excerpt. Premises liability, homeowner owed no duty to exercise reasonable care not to cause injury to a visitor. That deals with premises liability, does not sound like it's going to talk about strict liability with regards to automobile racing. Let's go on to the second one, Leatherwood v. Wadley. And this one says, car racing is not an ultra-hazardous activity such that speedways are strictly liable for spectators' injuries. That sounds exactly what we're looking for, but let's click on it and see. That's the answer, by the way. Leatherwood v. Wadley. And it's going to take us directly to head note 14. And this is what we were searching under, if you remember. That's why it took us directly to head note 14. I'm going to click on that. It's going to jump me down. And now I'm looking for the sentence in the court opinion, or sentences, where the court's saying, I'm sorry, but you can't sue people based on strict liability of automobile racing. Here it says, we find the trial court did not err in concluding that automobile racing is not an ultra-hazardous activity. Plaintiff's issue is therefore without merit. Alright, I'm sorry, in the interest of saving time, I just went ahead and highlighted it. Now we need to give a citation. So I'm going to do Leatherwood v. Wadley. That's the case title, comma. It's in the 121st volume of the Southwestern 3rd edition Reporter. And it starts on page 682. And it's in the Tennessee Court of Appeals. Decided in 2003. And what page was it on? Okay, 701 and 702 page started right after merit. So there's our pin site, 701. That goes right after where the case opinion started. and 701. If my screen record just